field, not just as runners, but guys who can catch the ball as well. It's really the number of touches that determines things these days.
Set to go now on a beautiful sunny afternoon. And off we go from Oakland. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line.
Double.
Now the first carry for LaShawn McCoy. And he'll be taken down here at about the 23-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
That was a particularly nice play because not only was it his job to force the play inside, he was actually able to fold inside himself and make the tackle ultimately. Very nicely done.
To throw on second down to Smith. No chance to get away there for Smith as he goes down. Telvin Smith in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Third and long, it's Smith. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Joey Bosa. He's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks are going to bring up a 4th down. On is the punter King to send it away. Now it's Ginn. Wow, evasive.
Make a miss.
Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10.
Shorty.
Wentz now on 1st down. Brought in here by Tyler Eifert. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. The first carry now. This is Johnson. And he'll lose yardage here. Going down back at the 28. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Came out in a power set, but that only served to put more men in the box. And guess what? If you're going to do that, you've got to win up front, right? Your offensive guys have got to beat the defenders. They lost all leverage on that play.
On second down, Johnson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd. 2 running plays go backwards. So what's the call on 3rd and 13 now? Now Wentz. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
And Gano's kick is right through. And that'll make it 3-0 here in the first. So a pretty good opening drive. That'll make the home fans somewhat happy. They wanted 6, but they got 3 in the early lead.
And they should be happy. The guys look good getting down the field. That's got to give them a little bit of hope. They feel things in store here today for them.
And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. On 2nd and 10, Smith out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he works free. A very good move, but for a relatively modest gain out near the 32. It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll be 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
From the gun on 3rd down, Smith. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Here's Ginn. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And possession will switch hands. 1st and 10. Back onto the field comes the offense for the Madden Legends. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
On 2nd down, here's Wentz. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Great 15, great 15. Great. Go.
Wentz now on 1st down. He'll let it fly in the direction again. This is intercepted. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick. Able to avoid him. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line.
Partner, when you're playing cover 2, this is like a tag team for the safeties. Each of them gets a half-field responsibility. Their job, stay as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, read the football, and go make a play. In this case, the free safety made the best play, an interception.
And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most...
Here's Smith now on 2nd down. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep. This is caught inside the 15. And he'll go out of bounds down inside the 15-yard line. That one goes for 36 yards. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. This give is to McCoy. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. 11 more on that one and another 1st down.
But they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
They'll try and pound it in with Fowler, the fullback. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
That's someone who's pretty happy right there. That's the defensive coordinator. Body after body getting to him before he can get started.
2nd and goal from the 1. Smith keeps it on the sneak. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Alex Smith scoring on the sneak from a yard out. And the Steelers are able to strike for 6. Janikowski good with the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Here's the Steelers' kick team as they'll boot this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Madden Legends offense trotting out again. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here.
Come on now. Let's go. Ram.
Now a play fake. Wentz. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Cameron Jordan able to drop him for a loss of 4. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Shorty.
2 minutes to go here in the first half. We'll come back to Oakland after this. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. To throw, it's Wentz. Screenplay, Johnson. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. That worked very well there for a first down.
Wentz going to throw. Flush to his right. Going deep. It's caught inside the 25. And he takes it down deep into Pittsburgh territory. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. This will be their first trip to the red zone. They've got it 1st and goal to go. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. And the Steelers signal for another timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. The line of scrimmage once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. As they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. They're going to go with a tight end here on the running play. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
It went for broke on 3rd down, and it would have really lit up the sideline if that one had worked. What do they do now on 4th down?
Run. Ram. Let's go.
So that'll back him up 5. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. This just a 24-yard attempt. And that is no good. He pulled it just a bit, just a wee bit wide left. And this score will stay right where it is. And that one, my goodness, that was almost too easy.
Yeah, and you're not getting too many attempts shorter than that one. I don't think anyone got a finger on it. That's about as bad a miss as you can have.
On 1st and 10, Smith lets it fly for Thielen. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at 2nd down.
Well, partner, I guess that answers the question about whether they're going to sit on it or not.
It does. Now we'll see if they try that again.
Yeah, I think what we find on plays like that, when you take that shot, if you're unsuccessful, then you go way more conservative to finish the half. You know, I think that's the way they'll go.
And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 9, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. Smith going to throw on 3rd and 1. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And a timeout here. Timeout taken, whistles blown. Timeout taken by the receiving team, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Fielded at about the 28. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The Madden legends heading back onto the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
That's going to be caught. There you have it. Halftime quickly over. 3rd quarter, here we go. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the 3rd quarter. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Out now come the legends. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with it. Guys, we're right there, just not playing as well as we need to.
Looking for his tight end, Eifert, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38, and his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Charles, when plays like that work, it's a thing to behold, but sometimes we see why they're very deep in the playbook.
And how many times have we been at practice and heard all the other guys chirping about, you know, I used to play quarterback in high school, I can do this, until it becomes a game situation. Not quite the same in many cases.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll go again to McCoy. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Give him 2 on that run, and they're still left looking at a 3rd and about 9 to go.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's McCoy. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Shaq Thompson leading the surge there. He drops him for a loss of 6.
We are seeing two really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels?
Now on third down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete. And his kick is good. Didn't hit it all that well, but he got enough on it to put it through. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the third quarter. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
Straight 15. Straight 15.
Now Wentz throwing on 2nd down. Flushed out right. Looking deep for Hilton. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. It was a safety, Rashad Jones, that time, who was able to break up the play. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Wentz escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Rashad Jones. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
This is caught by Antonio Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Bruce Smith able to get in there and take him down for a loss of 3.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. On 2nd down, here's Smith. And the pressure gets to him again. Shaq Thompson in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
To throw is Smith.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Back now in the East Bay as we are just about set to go here in quarter number 4. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's going to let it go again. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Once again here on 2nd and 10. But his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Robert Alford. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Back onto the field comes the offense for the Madden Legends. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Straight 15. Straight 15.
Wentz will try again on 2nd down. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep. And got his man complete. And he's brought down after a good gain. An excellent pickup at 34 yards. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Throwing on first is Wentz. Buying time to his, and he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Marcus Golden in there to get him for a loss of 5. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Wentz to throw on 2nd down. Eluding the pressure right. Completing it to the right side. Johnson. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Wentz now on first down. Allen has it, left side. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Now Wentz. Flushed out right. Stepping up. He's going to keep it. Wentz can pull it down when he needs to, and the 6'5" quarterback picks up the first down. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked by Ted Hendricks. And they get the football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. Throwing now, Smith. Incomplete. Trying to get it to Landry there, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
That one didn't quite make it to the target, but that's not always a function of the strength of the arm of the quarterback, is it? Sometimes there's just too much pressure there. In any case, the ball doesn't arrive.
Back to the air. Smith on 2nd down. Over the middle here to Brown. And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line. The quick slant, good for a first down, a gain of 12. Smith now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Now a first down carry here for McCoy. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going.
But you're right, you look at the numbers, neither side looks on track in the ground game. Again, it's McCoy. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he roams across the 20 to the 24-yard line. And before this play happens, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Smith now to throw. Dancing, and he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. Now here's a whistle and a timeout. It's called by the receiving team here, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Fielded at the 20. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Madden Legends offense trotting out again. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah. Will they make up for it? Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Back to the air on second down. Wentz. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third. Tried to go for the big one there on second down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now Wentz. Has it. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. They get 14 yards there and a first down. Again, it's Wentz. Being chased out left. He's going to let it fly. And it's knocked away and incomplete. It was the free safety, LaMarcus Joyner, that time, able to make the play. He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter and find their way open.
Underneath for Johnson. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. This defense tightening up a bit. That last catch, just 1 yard, making it 3rd and 9. Now a play fake. Wentz. Now he's forced out right. He may try and run for this. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Hi again, everyone. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. With me, as always, Charles Davis. And
in today's football, they're still valuable, not just as runners, but guys who can catch the ball as well. It's really the number of touches that determines things these days.
Set to go now on a beautiful sunny afternoon. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Come on now. Come on, let's go. 81.
They go play action here on first down. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And they'll get it all the way out near midfield to the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards. And there they went crossing route against the zone defense. What do you think of that?
Takes real coordination between the passer and the receiver, because you've got to read those zones and where the open spots are and be on the same page with the guy throwing the football. Because sometimes you're throwing it in front of the zone. Sometimes you're throwing it between the zones. Sometimes the receiver's going to just kind of find a spot and what we call sit down and present himself to the quarterback and throw it there. It's a tough read, but when they're in sync, it's really effective.
Let's go. 46 down, marathon 4.
On second down, Freeman. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Now Wentz on 3rd down. It's caught. Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 23 yards on the play. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 27. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And some room to maneuver. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on 1st down.
82.
On 2nd down, here's Wentz. And this will be incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
On 3rd down, Devontae Freeman. And he picks up the 1st down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here, because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
They run. Devontae Freeman. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal. The impressive opening drive continues, and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
They'll try to run for it on 1st and goal. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
He'll get it up the middle, and he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. Running with Olsen, the tight end. And this will be a touchdown. Greg Olsen taking it in from 2 yards out. And this offense takes the ball down the field and scores on their opening drive. Janikowski adds the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Oh, look at that. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
Hey, on. Yellow.
Smith on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. Charles, already trailing by a touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Throwing on third down, Smith. He finds Beckham complete. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 11 yards there as they connect on the quick slant.
Let's go, 15.
Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
We got three. Tiger.
Back with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Browns with a football to begin quarter number 2. They're looking at a 2nd and short yardage to start things out.
Let's go, 15.
Again they run with Gurley. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves to James.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
On first down, it's Smith. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. I know when you got a top tight end like this, you want to get him involved, but when you do, you're hoping for more than that.
You certainly are. You got to try and give him some space where you can make a play downfield, or at least an opportunity for some rack yardage, right? That run after catch.
So nothing there, but maybe you blame that on the blocking.
Yeah, at some point, you've got to win at the point of attack, and on that play, that was all the defense. They made it happen.
To throw on third down, Smith. And this is going to be incomplete. It was a safety, Kevin Byard, that time, who was able to knock it away. That's already the 3rd time they've looked his way on this opening drive. He's caught 1 of the 3.
But that doesn't mean they won't continue to go in that direction. It feels like they think they've got something good going there, and they think those numbers are going to increase.
Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field.
Let's go, 15.
They are going for it. It's Smith. Caught left side. It's Beckham. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Hey, nothing to see here. Just your standard 4th down gain of 28 yards. And the drive keeps going. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now a first down throw. It's Smith. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Moore. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 1st and 10, Smith. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
I know we're just in the second quarter and there's a ways to go in this game, but that's his second drop. I'm wondering if that's a little bit of an alarm bell for them when they start calling plays on the offensive side of the ball.
His eyes already looking upfield on that last one before he brought it in. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Now it's Smith. And that will be incomplete as well. 1:58 to go in this first half of play. We're back to Baltimore after this. And McManus able to put it through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. Well, that will go down as a 15-play drive, and it results in 3 points. So some disappointment?
It's funny. We had our conference before the game with the offensive coordinator. And what did he tell us? I just want every drive to end in a kick, right? An extra point, a punt, or a field goal. Well, in this case, I think it is a little bit of a disappointment because it did end in a kick, but that type of a drive should end in the end zone.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Caught. Kelsey, left side. And he's brought down after a good gain. And a nice gain of 21 yards. So on that play, defense was in the zone. They ran a crossing route offensively, but the defense there, you got to be good with communication, don't you?
You certainly do, and it's not something that is really evident when you watch it on the screen. But everyone's talking, communicating, pointing, and it keeps you from chasing receivers because you have a specific zone you have to cover. When a receiver's in your zone and he crosses to another one, you got to let your guy know. They got a completion there, but I like the discipline they showed to stay in their proper areas and then make the tackle.
Now Wentz throwing on second down. Caught by Jones. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Now Wentz. And he finds his man. That's Butler. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half.
Let's go.
Wentz now on 1st down. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now a handoff. It's Freeman, and he'll be taken down at the 34. Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, Those three guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers. There's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9. They'll go for it. It's Wentz. Incomplete. And we're down to 8 seconds now. The 4th down pass play doesn't work out. And this Browns defense stands tall. Here comes the Browns offense back onto the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
On 1st down, Smith. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. He was looking for Odell Beckham that time. And it's 2nd down. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. The final shot here before break. Smith. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. An abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. So we reach halftime here in a 4-point game. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this 3rd quarter. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
Let's see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. Quick slant, caught by Moore. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A very solid gain of 27.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
I'm getting the sense that Fletcher Cox is making offensive linemen want to take the week off when they have to play against him.
It's a regular routine for him, isn't it?
It really is. That play there, that's him all day long. Good luck trying to block him and keep him from disrupting your offense.
To throw on 2nd down is Smith. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Back to throw, Smith. Over the middle to Beckham. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. Smith now just 6 of 15 through the air. Not good, but 1st and 10 here. Smith on 1st down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Here's Smith. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. It'll be a pickup of 8 on the screen, and it sets up a 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. And no field goal try here from the red zone. Offense out there. They'll go for it on 4th. They snap it to Smith. This will be caught just inside the 10. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Now Smith on 3rd and goal. And that is incomplete. Nigel Bradham, the linebacker, right there on the coverage.
Well, sometimes you just have to take things into your own hands, don't you? I mean, the offense is really struggling in this game. They're the ones keeping things going. They have to continue to play at that level.
Well, they're going to try this thing. They're at the 5, 4th and goal. They're going to go for it. We'll see. Run, probably pass to both in the arsenal. A shotgun snap for Smith. Looking for the tight end, Olsen, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, and interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Wentz will try again on 2nd down. To the right side, it's Kelsey. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. The 15 yards there on the catch and run.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little game. To throw, it's Wentz. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Shotgun now for Wentz. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Blair Brown with a big-time sack on 3rd down. And it'll be a loss of 7. Back now in Baltimore as we are set to bring you the home stretch here, the 4th quarter. Here's Johnny Hacker now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And we'll see what he can do on the return. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Back to the air, Smith on 2nd down. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
Well, that plays a statistic that's going to go on the defensive team stat sheet. Won't necessarily reflect in ours, right, the overall game sheet. But you and I know that they keep count on pressures, hits on quarterbacks, all those things, hoping to increase that throughout the game. And here we are in the 4th quarter, and they got a big one.
And such a close game, a very big one. Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd. One score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And that is incomplete. Huge. Jackson rolls the dice, but it doesn't work for him. And the ball will go.